Welcome to Tommi Talks. Our friends at Automation Anywhere, they're running a bot games challenge every year where bot builders around the world compete on building a robot that executes a given task, and you get the result time. So whoever is the fastest is the best in the world. And we saw really interesting submissions from our community, and luckily they were made with Robocorp, which were super fast in execution speed compared to anything else in the market. I'm lucky enough to have Erik with me today, joining and walking us through the challenge, what was he doing with the challenge, and talking about the speed of Robocorp in this challenge. Welcome, Erik.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Could you start by just briefly introducing yourself and how did you end up working with Robocorp on these bot challenges?
Yes, hi, my name is Erik Palén, and I work as an IT designer. And as Tommi said, we are a customer of Robocorp at the moment. And from the beginning of our automation, it was pretty obvious choice for us. I had some background in robot framework and so on. And
how did
yes,
you end up doing these Automation Anywhere challenges?
yes, these are interesting. I always like these different challenges that there are, and they are just a lot of fun. And you get to meet people from all over the world with same kind of interests. And of course, for new developers, these are a very good way to learn new skills.
That's amazing. We have 3 different bots today, made with different platforms. We have one with Automation Anywhere, we have one with UiPath, and one with Robocorp. And because we talk about speed today, we want to show how these different platforms execute the same exact task and how different the results are. Let's put the bots to run in the background. We will have the video showing them neatly to you. We're looking at a different view here in our computers, but let's not get bothered by that. So let's start running the bots and we can talk about the execution at the same time. So I'm just going to hit start now. So Erik, first of all, what are the bots doing?
Yes, so this challenge is about you're given like a random transaction details that are missing the supplier names. And the task is to search for those supplier names from this Rusty Bank application and to submit the missing information. And with this, the error handling plays a big part as the bank site keeps crashing in like all the time.
Yes, we can see sometimes the one of the browser windows in our execution, so service unavailable train in the window. So I'm guessing that's the moment when the bank is unavailable.
Yes, that's the moment, and it keeps continuing and getting this error, and it is important that you could get that fast, realize when the error happens, and then you have to log in back to the banking app.
The first one has finished the execution. That would be Robocorp. We see a result of about 52 seconds. The other ones are still executing. Obviously, we knew when we started that Robocorp is quite fast in executing these robots. What do you think are the main differences here between the 3 platforms? Like, what makes Robocorp fast compared to the alternatives?
I can't tell what happens under the hood.
Mm-hmm.
As a user, I just seen how fast Robocorp can do certain stuff. And the Automation Anywhere bot and the Robocorp bot that we are running, I built those like identically. They do exactly the same steps. And then, as I'm not familiar with UiPath, but I know this nice gentleman called Angelo Di Maria, and he shared his bot to me. And this UiPath bot, it has like a slightly different and actually better approach than this Automation Anywhere and Robocorp examples. But I don't think that it makes any remarkable difference compared to this that I've built.
So now we see also UiPath execution completed time was like 112 seconds, which is double the time of Robocorp. And Automation Anywhere is still executing its automation.
Yes, and these times are, you don't want to too much pay attention on seconds, as the platform is sometimes faster and sometimes slower. I got with Automation Anywhere, I got average 230 seconds on one day, and the next day it went to 150. But this gives you a good view on overall performance, and especially on the Robocorp execution, the switching of the browser tabs is like super fast. It switches the tab and it types in the data that has been searched, and then it gets the two values to make the next search and switch tab again. And you can't even see it. It's just flickering, like it's so fast.
Now we have all the executions finished. So Robocorp about 50 seconds, UiPath about 100 plus seconds, and Automation Anywhere about 150 seconds. So there's a clear pattern, and as you, Erik, said, that in your like a repeated runs of the robots, it seems that the same pattern stays, that every time Robocorp is faster than the others.
Yes, there is a clear pattern on this, even though the times change sometimes. And have to remember the UiPath and Automation Anywhere, they are not one-on-one, these example bots. So UiPath benefits something, but not a major difference.
Now the interesting part is that, of course, like the bot execution speed has a direct impact, especially when talking about a platform like Robocorp, where the commercial model is consumption based. So less you have consumption, less you pay for the platform. So there's a clear indication of being fast yields to better results for the customers. But do you see some other business benefits out of the execution speed and being fast in executing the robots?
Of course, always the speed doesn't matter, but of course, I'd say, like, especially on the enterprises, there are massive processes that are really time critical, and there it really starts to matter. Like if a bot takes 2 days to complete, or if you manage to get it done in like few hours, that might be huge for the business.
Yes, and there's we can post a link into the description of the video to Emerson Electric case study, where we have shown that it's not just the speed impact, but it's also the system requirements that Robocorp has. They are way more lenient than for example UiPath system requirements means, or Automation Anywhere system requirements, meaning that you can actually run multiple threads of robots on same machines, and you don't need that much machines to complete business critical processes on time. And in that Emerson example, the savings in infrastructure due to speed and system requirements was 75% saved on just mere infrastructure, which is obviously huge. Erik, what are your plans next for the bot challenges? Do you know when the next episode comes, or do we need to wait for a year now?
I don't know when the next episode is coming, but a couple of words perhaps how I could make this faster. And what I actually did, this was just the example bot, by the way, that human would have done this task. I think it's like really you need to think the process through before you start building anything. And as like RPA tools have these kind of superpowers compared to humans. For example, they can memorize like thousands of details in a matter of seconds. And making use of like these skills, you can remove a lot of unnecessary steps, which take time and actually pretty much the same robot that the Robocorp bot. If I change the logics or how it is built, the approach, I can get it into like 17 seconds without any fancy JavaScript or any advanced stuff. I just think about it through and find a smarter way to do it.
And that's amazing.
Yeah, the process is also really important in challenges and of course in real life automation.
Thank you for sharing the bots with us. Can we post the Robocorp example bot to our community to try out and maybe improve and show the results?
Well, of course, yes.
Amazing. We'll post a link into the video where to find Erik's Robocorp bot. Thank you, Erik. Thanks everyone. See you soon again.
Thank you. Bye.